It may be April, but I'm still getting a ton of questions about cover zero and how I handle spinner metas or overstorm metas or the 6-1. How do you attack players that play a cover zero based defense? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of the different things that I like to run. All of them are going to help you guys move the ball more effectively and chase your opponents out of man coverage and blitzing you in Madden 23. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to attack cover zero out of my favorite offense in the game, which is the Minnesota Vikings and the single back bunch X Nasty. I talk about it in every video. You guys know where to go to find my entire offensive scheme. It is www.gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 unlocks everything on the website. Vault updates since August. All my offensive and defensive game plans. This one specifically is basically my entire year's work. I've been in this offense all year. This is what I use to move the ball effectively, keep my opponents frustrated, and chase them out of the cover zero, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it. We'll be talking about a smattering of different things here as it pertains attacking cover zero type blitzes. We'll start off here with the Overstorm Brave meta. This is one that I still get a ton of questions about. Very, very easy stuff. I'm going to go through a smattering of different ways that I attack this based off of leverages, based off of secondary coverage rules, all kinds of topics that we've talked about individually here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. All I'm asking for you guys in return is to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button, drop a comment below to help push this video out in the algorithm and help this content reach other Madden players just like you that are looking to improve at Madden 23. So let's start off with, first and foremost, what to do when your opponent is pressing out of cover zero. You guys probably still do face some players out there that are pressing out of cover zero. Here's the truth though. If you guys have short in and short out on your receivers, they are going to beat press. This is going to make your life so much easier. Particularly the short out ability is the one that beats the press animation. So all you really have to do is know how to protect your passer. So when you're facing this mug meta where they all stand over the line, you're going to block the running back. You're going to slide protect left or right, and you're going to ID the opposite direction. So in this case, I'm slide protecting to the left. I'm going to ID the right. So in this case, we're just going to isolate Herman Moore, knowing that he's going to get pressed and he's going to beat the press right away. Snap the ball. He's going to get a light up off that release, and you're just going to lob it up, rack it. It'll be a one-play touchdown, provided that you aren't tripped up from behind. So that's very, very simple stuff. They're going to press you. It's going to be any receiver that you could possibly throw to against the press animation. You're going to be able to pop that for a pretty easy lob. Now, with the X Nasty specifically, when your opponent is in cover zero, the coverage misaligns over the bunch side. So if you look over here at the right side of the screen, you see that the bunch receivers don't have good alignment. One thing that I'll oftentimes do to bait them into the press alignment is I will motion my tight end across. This pulls the guys into the correct alignment. And what it will actually do for a lot of players is it will make them click off of their player and go and user this one, because that is now the player that is on the running back. So again, from this perspective, what we are going to do is we are going to block the running back. We can do whatever we want with the route combo. I've got Randy Moss with short out elite. So I'm going to block the running back. Let's go ahead and slide protect to the left, ID right, and snap the ball, just waiting for Randy Moss to get that release. And I know that that's going to be a lob touchdown. So long story short on that, short out elite beats press. If you guys are getting pressed, just make sure you have short out elite on all your receivers, because it's a touchdown. It's a lob touchdown, or at least giving you a 40 to 50 yard gain pretty easily. From there, most of your opponents are probably going to play off coverage in their cover zero. You probably have seen players that run, all these coverages where they'll back off these guys because they're worried about getting torched. They'll still come down here and mug because it's a really ignorant look. And they're trying to guarantee their pressure while playing off alignment. This is where we are going to start to get into understanding leverage of cover zero. So as we've talked about here before on this channel, man coverage plays a leverage, or basically what leverage means is they will play to a side of a receiver once the ball is snapped that is going to funnel the receiver to where the help is. Meaning that in a cover one style defense, because you have a deep middle zone in the field, the players that are in man coverage will play the outside shoulder of the receiver's route, which is going to make them run inside breaking routes into the help where that zone is. In cover zero, because there is no zone on the field, the only help that these players have is the sideline. So once the ball is snapped, what you will notice is that most players in cover zero tend to play in inside leverage. This is especially important because if you have routes that break to the outside, whether it's a corner or a deep out or any of those types of routes that break outside, those are the great routes to throw against man-to-man. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tight end on a corner route and I'm going to motion him across. So now he's running the corner route to the other side. Again, in this situation, most players will click off, click onto the other guy. This is a direct tell that they're in cover zero because they want to be on the running back. Again, your protection is going to be up to you. I'm going to block the running back. I'm just going to stick with slide protecting, IDing to the right. And I'm going to pepper these throws out to the right sideline because, again, these are the throws that are going to be open because of the leverage of a cover zero defense. So you have to have an understanding that cover zero plays inside shade, cover one plays outside shade. Two-man under obviously has help to the sideline and over the top, so they're going to play a low and inside shade by default. That's why cover two-man feels like it's underneath every route. That's kind of in general how you can deal with a lot of players that will play cover zero. One thing that I do want to add that is a little bit of a trick is that in the bunch nasty, if you motion this tight end across, as I mentioned, it will pull the corners to the inside head up on these receivers. This is great because the wheel route and verticals, you could just hike throw this straight outside and rat catch it. This is a really, really easy cover zero manipulation that I will use to steal a first down once or twice a game against players that spam cover zero. Also keep in mind that if they're pressing, that's a free release and a throw to the outside, and you're going to be able to get those one-play scores pretty easily. Otherwise, they're going to be playing the press alignment and shading over the top to not give up those outside releases, and this will still work just the same. So in this situation, again, if they're going to shade everything over the top, you're really going to get free releases and you're going to be able to throw this route straight to the outside. So this is a really, really effective route that you can steal 20 to 30 yards really easily if they're playing man coverage and not pressing or shading down. Now, if they are shading down, keep in mind that that means that everyone else on your team is getting pressed, which is going to allow you to throw the ball down the field, like I showed you earlier in the video. After all, it is a cover zero and there is no help on the field. Now I want to finish off this video by helping explain to you guys what secondary coverage rules exist in cover zero. Now, we have talked about this before, I want to say about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago here on the channel. But in cover zero, there are going to be times where there are players that are manned up to players that are blocking, namely the running back. We've been using him a fair amount here in this video. I want to explain to you how to better understand how to attack cover zero based off of who is in man coverage on the running back. So as we know, you've got three guys in man coverage that are on the three receivers to the right. On the left, you have the single receiver and the running back. This means in a cover zero defense, the safety is on the running back. In this case, as we've talked about before, when you block a running back, what that does is it makes the player that is guarding the running back go to defend the deep middle of the field, which is not great because let's say we wanted to get this post to Herman Moore open, and we think that we can. Unfortunately, the reality is that that guy is going to cover the middle of the field. So now, even though Herman Moore beat his guy, the guy that is guarding the running back ends up bailing into center field. So what this means is that if you're going to use the running back from this alignment, you have to understand that when he is going to block, you do not really want that particular safety guarding the running back because he's going to take away the area of the field that you want to attack. So in this case, what we would actually do is motion the tight end because that's going to swap that safety onto him. And it's going to put this safety over here, Eric Berry, into the assignment of guarding the running back. And as we talked about before here on the channel, if that player is guarding the running back and the running back goes to block, right safeties will actually play the outside third of the field, which opens up the deep middle for us to throw our route to the post route. So you see right there that we're able to throw the ball to Herman Moore over the middle against the same exact coverage just by understanding who should be guarding the running back. And this works in the vice versa situation as well. Let's say that we didn't want to throw a post to, say, Herman Moore, but we wanted to use the PA boot slide post to CeeDee Lamb. It would not be a good situation for us to block the running back with the safety on the left on him, because what's going to end up occurring is that safety on the left is going to filter into center field right as we go to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. So you think you've got that throw, and I know they bumped into each other, but he was going to beat the man coverage. There's a zone there now because the running back blocked. So again, in this situation, what you're looking at is you're going to need to manipulate the cover zero by utilizing motion. So I motion Tony Gonzalez across the formation. Now we have the safety on the right on the running back. We can go ahead and block the running back, slide protect, ID the mic, however you guys want to do it. And now we're in a spot where the guy that is guarding the running back is going to drop to the basically outside right, and you are going to be able to throw the post in the middle of the field. So there he lights up. I can rip this throw into center field, and now we have a one-play touchdown with the same route, just by better understanding who is on the running back when you go to throw these passes. Now, of course, you guys can go ahead and kind of pay attention to some other things as well. Let's say that we wanted to block the tight end on a play. Well, in this situation, we've got a play where the tight end is blocking by default. So let's go ahead and with this particular play, we'll utilize the running back on a route. So I'll go ahead and motion him up to the slot, put him on a corner route. Now we're blocking this blitz with the tight end, which means that the man on the tight end is going to end up dropping into his zone. So again, you should see that safety on the right, bail out, and now you got B over the middle. So you kind of see how this behaves, right? You understand who is going to drop where when you block a specific player. You have to know who is manned up on them. Well, in cover zero, if you're in a 3-by-1 set, the safety that is on the left side of the field is going to be on the running back. And if you're in a 2-by-2 set, it's going to be the safety on the right that's on the running back. So this is going to help you better set up your route combos in a more intelligent fashion to beat cover zero. I hope that today's video did help you guys out. If it did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you guys want the complete single back bunch X nasty out of the Vikings or the Rams offensive playbook, head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Again, only $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. Go try it out for a month. I promise you will not be disappointed. Otherwise, make sure you guys are subscribed right here. Hit the notification bell, drop a comment below. We'll see you later this afternoon with our next YouTube short, or tomorrow with our next long form update. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.